It's time for another Dice Tower review with Zee Garcia.
Hey folks, today I'm taking a look at the Paco Games line of games, which are these tiny little games, size of a pack of gum, that's the idea. And you can store them in this carrying case here, all of them. In fact, there's 8 games in here. And so we're going to be taking a look at all of them, really, each in their own individual video. So go ahead and check out the other videos in the series. But right now we're going to be taking a look at this one, HUE. This is a tile laying game in which you are going to be scoring based on specific colors. Let me show you. Here's what the game looks like set up for 3 players. The beginning here, the board is always set up like this in this pattern from among 5 different cards, 2 of which are not being used. And you just set them up in that pattern there, and then you give every player 1 poison card with that symbol on the back and that symbol on the front, and 5 other cards, possibly 4, in a game with more players. And then you are ready to begin. The objective of the game is to score the most victory points, and you're going to do that by, at the end of the game, which happens when every player has a single card left, then you're going to use that card to score victory points. And the way that's going to happen is, in this case, let's say this is the last card I kept. I am going to find the biggest yellow area that's a contiguous area, and I'm going to score a point for every piece in that area. I'll explain that in a second. I am going to score 1 point for every purple in the largest contiguous area. I'm going to score a point per piece, and then I'm going to score red double. So the biggest red area, that'll count as twice as big, basically. So on your turn, what you do is very simple. You're going to pick a card, and you're going to play it on the board. And I'm going to do this, for example. When you play a new card, you can play it touching a side, at least, or you can cover at most 1 area. So I could do this, for example, and cover that up. I'm allowed to do that. So that's what I'm going to do. And then the next player will go, and they could do anything they wanted. They can do something similar. They could do this, etc. The next player will go. Now the deal with the poison here is that if you play this next to an area of that color, then that area no longer counts for the possible biggest area. And if we stopped right now, the score for the biggest green area, for example, would be 1 point, 2, 3, 4. A full square is 3 pieces, basically, and a sliver of green there is 1. So that's 4. Yellow here has the same configuration. That's 4. If I did this, for example, then I just made that area 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright? But of course someone would come along and try to poison that by doing something like this, perhaps. And then, let's say this player really wants to score yellow, so they can do something like this and separate that yellow from the poison, or they could have just covered up the poison. And so you continue doing this, growing this area, until at the end of the game, you have a single card left. It could be the poison card. If you have the poison card left, that's okay. So I'm just going to throw everything else out here. And I'm not even going to worry about what everybody's supposed to be scoring. That's a dumb move. We'll do that. And this player will do this here. And then this person will do... cover that one up, let's say, and then let's make a red here and that. Let's just pretend that's what it was at the end of the game. And then everybody scores. This is going to be that player, and so their score would be, we find the biggest purple contiguous area. It looks like this one right here, which is 6. That's 6 points. The green, the biggest one is this one over here, which is also 6. That's another 6, 12 points. And the color in the middle, whether it be this kind of card or this kind of card, the color in the middle, or in the middle here, is double. And so 6 points, 6 points, and the biggest yellow area looks like it's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 20, 32 points for this player. You do that for every player. Again, if you still have the poison card at the very end of the game, it doesn't matter. It scores normally. And whoever has the most points at the end of the game is the winner. That's how you play. HUE has some really nice tactics in it, and it's a lightning quick game like most of them are. But it's very vibrant, it's very well designed, it's got a clean, gorgeous look, and it works really well. I have enjoyed my plays of this one. I think the added little tweaks with the poison, the idea of scoring the center color double are nice ideas. Simple to implement, but they add to the interest in the game. So I do like this one a good amount. This one rates for me in the games 1 through 8. This is actually my number 4 favorite, 1 being the absolute best, 8 being the one I like the least. This is number 4, so right in the middle pretty much. And that doesn't mean I think it's a middle-of-the-road game. I actually like this one a lot, but that says something about the collection as a whole. Overall, this game being number 4 is still an excellent game. So the package overall is really a solid line of games. HUE, really neat tile-laying game. Check this little pocket game out.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.